Can you imagine? Another cold Canadian winter. And that has inspired me to film this video. And what we've done is we've compared 3 homes, 1 ICF to 2 conventional, took their gas bills and made it so that we can have some data that's comparable apples to apples. So let's show you what the efficiency results are. Before we jump into those results, I did film a video last year where we actually compared 2 ICF to 2 conventional homes, and we just shut off the heat and did some temperature drops. That video was a little bit longer and a little more in depth. It was pretty cool because we showed some infrared images and compared the 2 ICF to the 2 conventional. But like I said, it was a little bit longer video, so maybe some of you guys didn't watch that. I'll give you the quick summary of those results at the end of this video. So for right now, let's jump in where it's somewhere warm and let's talk about the gas usage and what we've come up with really quick. I even got some exercise there, imagine that. All right, so let's talk about the gas usage tests that we did. So we tested 3 homes. Now it's similar homes to the other tests that we did, but we missed one because the other house was actually connected to a shop that was used for a mechanic shop. So it wasn't data we could use. So in this one, we have an ICF house. I'll give you the stats on the houses and then results right after, okay? So this ICF house, it's 2,152 square feet. So that's on the main level. The basement's also 2,152 square feet. And then his garage is heated, and that's 1,088 square feet. So this house is ICF right to the roof, right bottom to top, garage as well. So that's a total area of 5,400 square feet. But in the test, I went by cubic feet of heated space because to me that made the most sense because this house is way taller than all the other ones that we've compared. So the cubic feet on the ICF house was 52,206. Okay. So this house we tested is new construction, and that's what we're going to refer to it as. It was built in 07. It's got a traditional foundation, but it's all the basement's fully insulated. Upstairs is 2x6 walls. They have the 2-foot centers, which is energy efficient construction, right? Instead of 16s, it's 2 foot. So anyway, that's kind of how that house is built. The garage is not heated, so that doesn't factor into this one. And again, this one has its bit of a bi-level, and that's why we went back to the cubic footage as well. Okay, so this new construction home. So this one's actually the closest house that we could compare to. That's houses that are built even to today, right? Built very similar. Because you know why? And this is why I make ICF videos. None of these, house construction really hasn't advanced at all. They went from a 2x4 wall to a 2x6 wall, and the bats are a little bit better nowadays, and they went from a super thin vapor barrier to thicker vapor barrier, and now they do a little better job of sealing. But other than that, no advancements in conventional construction. And so you'll see in a few minutes why ICF just blows it out of the water. Okay, so this house, the main floor is 1,256 square feet. The basement's also 1,256 square feet. That's it. The garage isn't heated. So cubic footage, I figured that out. 22,608 cubic feet of heated space. So then this next house, the one we're standing in front of, is one from the 70s. So it's 2x4 walls on the main. It's a conventional basement. There's no insulation on the basement walls. It's literally just raw concrete. It has an addition, so that's a bit of a crawl space. And that's another reason why I did a cubic foot analysis on that. So this house, the main floor is 1,726 square feet. That includes the addition. The basement's only 1,306 square feet. And now this 70s house has a newer garage. You'll see it in other videos as well. It's 427 square feet. So total heated space is 3,459. But like I said, I went cubic feet because that crawl space kind of makes it convoluted a bit. So total cubic feet of the 70s house with the newer garage, 30,837 cubic feet. And so these results that are coming up right now is I based everything, I calculated it so that all the gigajoules of gas is based on per cubic foot, and it's the same. So you'll see it in a sec. Right. So in a nutshell, I took gas bills from these 3 homes. I just strictly went off gigajoules per month. I started in November and went through to April. So I have 6 months of data, all in the same houses, same months, everything matches. I took those gigajoules, and what we did is I basically went for these first results. Total usage on the ICF house over 6 months was 94.87 gigajoules. So this first results is just based on, we're gonna baseline the ICF house. It had 52,206 cubic feet. So what I've done is I've prorated so that all the houses are the same cubic footage. And I calculated the gigajoules to equate so that if they're all the same size, they all would use X amount of gigajoules, and that's what this chart's gonna show you. So the ICF house, 94.87 gigajoules, and the new construction build, if it was the same size as the ICF, 52,206 cubic feet, would have used 164.02 gigajoules. So the 70s house, when I calculated as the same cubic footage as the ICF, it would use 180.46 gigajoules over 6 months. That's almost double, but I have percentages coming. So when you take those numbers, now hopefully my percentages works out to the same as you more scientific guys. And the ICF house is 73% more energy efficient than the new house built conventionally. But the ICF house is 90% more efficient than the 70s house. And then if you compare the new construction to the 70s construction, they're both conventional. From late 70s to, the 2000s, it's only 10% more energy efficient based on my results. So, chew on that for a few minutes. It's just, anyway, I'll get into the summary a little bit more. If we took the total gigajoules used and prorated it based on the new house size, so that one was only 22,608 cubic feet. So if they were all that exact same size, the ICF would use 41.08 gigajoules, and the new construction house would be 71.03 gigajoules. The 70s house would use 78.15 gigajoules. So just, those are some numbers to throw around. We also created this chart just to give you a bit of a visual. And what it shows you is the gas usage per month on the 3 homes. And again, that's all prorated so that they're based on the same amount of cubic foot of heated space. And so the graph shows gigajoules per cubic foot used, and you can see the difference from the ICF house to the new construction house, to the 70s house. And that graph just is just a visual in case the numbers don't quite make enough sense. But I think this test just is super basic. I wanted to get you that data, get it to you very quickly, because the other video was too long, and it was cool because it showed you the infrareds and stuff, but it just took too long to get to the point. So anyway, you can, just quickly, you can see that conventional over the years has only changed maybe 10%. Minimal amount of changes. And then when you go with ICF, it just takes a huge leap in efficiency. And I have so many other videos on why it's better and easier and simpler to construct. So you can check those videos out for sure. All right. So now I'm just going to wrap up and do a summary on the 4 homes video that we did. The one that I said was pretty long. That's the one where we shut the heat off. It was like -30. It was super cold. So the summary, we used similar homes, like I said. So the ICF one that we just showed you, when we shut the thermostats down, it took just about 13 hours for the main floor to drop 3.5 degrees Celsius. And his basement was 13 hours and it only dropped 3 degrees Celsius. So that's a summary of that video. And then the new construction house, when we shut the thermostats off, it went from 21 to 16 degrees, 6 hours and 45 minutes to drop 5 degrees Celsius. And in his basement, it was 5 hours, 20 minutes to drop 5 degrees. The 70s house, now if you compare, it's actually similar because the ICF was almost twice as efficient. Well, the 70s house took half the time to drop the temperature. It was 6.5 hours to drop 5 degrees Celsius. That was on the main floor, and it was the same amount of time for the basement, right? So that 70s house. Yeah, so anyway, those are numbers that I'll just let you guys stew upon. So anyway, I just want to include that summary of the cool little test, shutting the heat off and all that jazz. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Kody has 3 faces. Oh man, okay, no. That's all I got. I did a little funny thing with my lips.
Like, are you out?
Just like zoom in, just like.